All right, guys, well done on a very successful World Cup qualifying campaign. You made it look easy, but as far as I'm concerned, our World Cup starts now. There's only going to be 23 seats on that plane, and not all of you are going to be able to go. So make it impossible for me not to pick you. Don't worry about it, Matty Ryan. It's already impossible not to pick you, mate. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to the Socceroos. We have a lot to catch you up on. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a test run of the World Cup. We're playing Mexico and the US away, so two of the three countries that will be hosting the World Cup. Seems like a good idea to do. So 8th and 17th ranked countries in the world even. And we have had a little bit, we'll have to catch up on what's happened at the end of the World Cup qualifying campaign. We've also played two friendlies against Wales and the Democratic Republic of Congo. So I'll catch you up on those. But we've had a little bit, I wouldn't say a squad overhaul, but certainly narrowing things down. And well, there's a couple of new names here that you won't be familiar with. The first one is, actually we've had a lot of injuries too, which is why there's a lot of different names in the squad. But the first name that you, or actually the only name you won't be completely familiar with is Brendan Russell. Now there's been a youth intake since I last saw you, and Brendan Russell popped up at Central Coast Mariners, and he is a very, very good right back. He's got really good technique and tackling and marking, and he's good physically. He's going to be a star of world football, surely. So Central Coast Mariners, they really are coming through for us. He's not that bad getting forward either. So I think, is going to walk almost straight into our starting lineup, or at least challenging Karasic for that starting berth. So I couldn't believe my luck when I saw him. So there we go. He will be coming straight in and making his debut today, which is very exciting for everybody. Now, is there anybody else? Grenwald is still around, and fortunately for us, Lazio is sort of moving him more into midfield. Now, considering he can't pass, that could be a problem. So I'm thinking he's in there as a ball winner. I still want to try and persist with him as a centre-back because he's been doing okay with us as a centre-back. But we'll just kind of see what happens there. Now, there has been a few other names that have come in and look good. Now, the injuries, I mean, none of them are particularly serious except for one. And that is Valpato, who is out for up to 3 months. So he will be back for the World Cup. We're in November. So he will be back for the World Cup, but he's going to be missing a lot of football between now and then. So that's a little bit of a shame. And now one other injury, actually, there is a new name that wasn't in the initial squad. You will have noticed Ryan Teague in the initial squad. He's picked up an injury that rules him out of this particular window, so that's fine. I mean, it's fine. It's only 3 weeks, so he'll be back fit and firing soon. But we've called in another new name to have a look, and that's this guy, Callum Neufenhoff. Sort of a like-for-like player with sort of that Moy Teague role. So he's got decent tackling, okay passing, but I like his positioning and vision. So we're just going to give him a look and see. It's a little bit late in the day to be getting too many new players coming in at this point, but he's 24, so we'll just kind of see how he does. Yes, just see how he does, basically. So that is that. Now, I will sort of catch you up on what's happened with the players that we've brought in to have a look at as we see them on the catch-up. So we might as well get to that, I suppose. We had 2 games left of World Cup qualifying, having already guaranteed our spot at the World Cup. They were against, first up, Thailand. Now, of course, they beat us when we played them in Thailand. Let's see what happened when we faced them at our place. King picked out Mabil to give us a half-time lead. Thailand pulled level, but King restored our lead before debutants Young and Stevens sealed the points. So a really, really good performance this. The kids did well for us. You can see from the XG tracker, it was a little bit of an even game. Now, I've got a bone to pick with the game here, basically. But if we have a look at some of the new names that you would have noticed there, I think they were all on the bench to start. We did start Wakayama. He did okay. So, the two that we saw involved in the goal. Young. Now, he's now German. He's played, well, if we go and have a look here, I don't understand how this was able to happen. He's got 4 caps for Australia, 2 of them in competitive games, but he was able to switch his allegiance to Germany. Now, that was when he turned 18, so I don't know if there's a change in the, I mean, I'm assuming there is a change in the FIFA rule that once they're 18, that's when they pick their country. So, I was a little bit annoyed at that. Hopefully we'll get him back at some point. I don't think he's good enough to play for Germany, but maybe he is, so we'll see what happens there. And Japan actually tried to nick Wakayama off us as well, but thankfully he decided to stay loyal to the Aussies. Now the other two here, Kemp came off the bench. He is a youngster. He's still only on a youth contract, but that's probably to do with squad registration in the A-League, which is a little bit ridiculous. Yeah, so hopefully he will sign his senior contract there, and he didn't do badly, but didn't get himself on the score sheet. But the player who did and played really, really well was Stevens. Now, again, you can see he's still on a youth contract in the A-League, but again, that's down to squad registration rules. This guy might have put himself forward to get into the World Cup squad. Now, he's currently injured, which is why we don't see him this time around. But you'll notice there, 4 caps, 2 goals. He's done really, really well. So that was the Thailand game, a little bit of revenge for us there. Next up, it was Japan, our final qualifying game. Now, they needed to win to get themselves into the World Cup automatically. So let's see if we could at least deny them that. Stevens picked out Wakayama to put us ahead. Teague smacked in the first Socceroos goal before adding his second. But Japan managed to pull one back. So this was absolutely stunning. Now, XG would suggest that Japan should have won the game. I didn't really feel like that, to be honest. We played really, really well. Again, Stevens absolutely starring. Teague was superb in this one. And we had another debutant. It was Mota here. If we go and have a look at him, a centre-back. Now, he was at Arsenal. He's now at Stoke. He's 18, so I'm assuming that means he's committed to us. Does he have another option? A name like that, it's maybe Portugal, yeah. So I think he's committed to us at 18 now. I don't think he's able to change. So that's good. Again, lacks a little bit of jumping reach, but he's taller than what Grenwald is, so hopefully. But yeah, we made Japan go through the World Cup qualifying playoff. Now, I do think they did actually win that. Yeah, they beat Saudi Arabia, and they'll now face another playoff, I'm assuming, or does that mean they've qualified? Let's see if we have a look at the schedule here. No, they are going to have another playoff, but it's against Curacao or the Gambia. You would imagine they would beat that. So we gave them a fright, but yeah, they have got through. If you want to have a look at, let's go and have a look at both groups, and you can see how everything played out. So those are the qualifiers. It's ourselves, Iran, Thailand, and Iraq from our side of the draw, and South Korea. I started there, sounded like a weird skip. South Korea, UAE, United Arab Emirates, even Kazakhstan and Qatar that have got through to the World Cup on the other side. So those will be the Asian contenders, and in all likelihood Japan as well. China really fell away though, didn't they? So that was that. Now we had some friendlies. The first of those was against Wales. Let's see if we could beat the Welsh. Goes back, cross for Wakayama to head us in front. And Hurustic bent in a stunner to make it 2-0 at half-time. Wales pulled one back. But Stevens continued his great Socceroos start to seal the win. So a really, really good first half. Wakayama continues to look good in front of goal for us. Hurustic was an absolute strike from him, was brilliant, wasn't it? And yeah, you can see there, this is we're sort of starting to get the sort of the final squad that I'm thinking. Stevens again played really well. So yeah, we're just narrowing things down slowly but surely. A couple of obviously youngsters have come in and sort of given me something to think about. But yeah, there we go. That was the Wales friendly. Last game to catch you up on was against Dr. Congo. And unfortunately, we just had an off day here. They had an early goal ruled out for offside correctly. You can see we're the away team, aren't we? So you can see we had chances. No one really was able to shoot anything on target. And yeah, it just didn't quite happen for us on this occasion. So not the end of the world, but certainly a little bit disappointing. World ranking for us equal 24th. So that is fine, I suppose. The draw will take place shortly. That'll be for next episode. But yeah, that is what it is there. So I think that's everything caught up on. Just let me have a quick look here. Yeah, so I mean, if you have any idea what what happened with Young, why he was able to change his allegiance after representing us in competitive games. It must be something to do with your 18th birthday. That's the only thing I can think of. So this is the team that we're sending out to play against Mexico to start. So Matt Ryan in goal. King, who you may have seen got a penalty to get his first Socceroos goal, so well done to him. Suter, Sainsbury and Karasic. This is, as I said, now we're really starting to try and get what I think is going to be our best 11 together, or certainly our best 23. Moy and Devlin. Moy is almost finished declining physically. There's not much not much for him where to go, but yeah, he's still there technically, mentally, so he's still in our team. Devlin as a ball winner in there. Mabil, Rogic and Economides. Economides has had he's come back from his injury. You can see he's not had the greatest form as he gets back to match sharpness, but we're going to try and help him with that here. And Wakayama goes up top. He's got himself a nice little goal record going, 5 in 12, which isn't a bad return for an international striker, I wouldn't have thought. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. A lot of familiar names in that. Jesus Corona, love that name. just makes me giggle every time. Yeah, so a lot of familiar names there. It's a good. Raul Jimenez is still going. I thought he was already mid-30s, but I might be getting him mixed up with any other number of Mexican strikers. I want to win every match. Tonight's no different. Let's get out there. Let's do that. One thing I think we have learnt is we don't take pressure off on international games. I think we learnt that against Germany, and what was the other game I did that for? I think we lost another game when I tried that. So I've learnt. So we're going to put a little bit of expectation on them, give them some encouragement, and see what we can do. I mean, this is supposedly, was it the 7th or 8th best team in the world? Mexico's ranking is always a little bit higher, I think, than it maybe should be. Moy's free kick into the wall, because they're a good CONCACAF side that wins more than, and I think, well, the US, and I think more and more we'll find that with Canada as well, are going to be, their ranking is going to be maybe a little bit misleading, but I think Mexico is the one, because they are actually a good side, but not quite as good as they. I think, didn't they go into a World Cup ranked 4th at one point? That was probably 94 or something. Oh, I'm so old. All right, we've a little good spell of possession here. I think Sainsbury has been forgiven. I think he's got himself back in the team now. But I'm still a little bit wary of him. There's a good ball in, and, well, we were having a little bit of, Jesus Corona. We were having a little bit of a good spell of possession, but that ended quickly, didn't it? And we're 1-0 down. I'm wondering if maybe... How many names does this guy want? I really wish it would just... It confuses me. It doesn't matter. It wasn't giving us offside. Yeah, I do wonder a little bit if, against these better sides, if maybe we need to be a little bit more defensively... Good tackle from Sainsbury. A little bit more defensively minded. Maybe go off of attacking would be a good place to start. There's a decent ball for Mabil. He's in behind here. We've got Wakayama, Economides at the back post. Can Mabil? No, he's done well. Mabil, Wakayama brings it down. It's there for Economides! And Chris Economides ties it up. It's 1-1. Maybe a little bit of luck there. We were playing pinball in the penalty area, and it fell for us once there with Mabil. Mabil did well to win it back. That was maybe the luck, and Economides, he would have done well to miss that, wouldn't he? And it's 1-1. And a good ball, too, to release Mabil in behind there as well. So, that's more like it. 1-1, and it's been an even game. Which is good. We've got a little bit of defending to do here in stoppage time. If we can do that for me, please. It's just over the top. I think when it comes to selecting our best 11, I still can't decide if King or Gershbach is our first choice left back. Don't lose faith. Let's go with that. Yeah, part of me thinks it's King, but then a lot more of me thinks it's Gershbach, to be honest. We'll give Gershbach the start versus... I don't think anybody has instruction... Oh, they do. So lucky I checked that, wasn't it? So Moy needs to come off. Well, that probably works well. We can give a look at Neuenhoff and see how he gets on. Yeah. Lachlan Jackson is back in, and Degenack is injured as well. Actually, I should have mentioned that Degenack's picked up a bit of an injury. And we've got defending to do here, do we? Harry Suter Probably should have done better. Got that header towards Wakayama, but anyway. That's fine. Let's see what Newhoff can do on the boot. Oh. I think that was Rogic. It was Rogic. And it's not the way we wanted to start. Can Matty Ryan produce a save? No, he cannot. He goes the wrong way. We'll give them some encouragement. And... wouldn't be a good poker player, would he, old Matty Ryan? Was already diving before got anywhere near taking that penalty. I'd say we take Rogic off, but I don't know. Well, maybe we could bring Hrustic on. Karasic is on a booking. Let's bring the kid on for a debut, see what he can do. Brendan Russell. And we'll let that settle down. We might be running out of subs at this point as well. Devlin with a little bit of space. He goes back to King. Can King whip a cross in? King, it's there. It's a decent one. Goalkeeper does well. It's fallen for Neuenhoff. He has a goal, and it's just over. Well, that would have been a way to introduce yourself, wouldn't it? King is not having a good game. Let's try maybe a demand more. Russell with a throw to Mobile. Mobile loses out, unfortunately. Can he win it back again? No, not this time. Hrustic and Wakayama putting pressure on. Can we win that? We can. Neuenhoff. Mobile, can he get past his man? He goes back to Neuenhoff. There's a good ball. Oh, it was almost a perfect ball. Sainsbury comes forward to Neuenhoff. Good ball for Russell. The two debutants combining. As Mobile, can Mobile pull it back? He can as Wakayama. How have you missed that? It should be 2-2. How is it not 2-2? Mobile with another chance. Hrustic gets blocked on the way through to goal. We're looking quite good here, aren't we? We've responded well to going behind. Mobile's in. Mobile, where are you going, mate? Mobile gets it in. Hrustic! And it is 2-2. Mobile was just tricking them, running in the other direction to the goal. And it's 2-2 in the 80th minute. And, well, we've looked the better team here. The penalty kind of came out of the blue to put them in front 2-1. And ever since then, it's been all the green and gold. Hrustic with a nice finish at the near post. And we might be able to get a win on the road here yet. Let's demand more again. They've changed their formation. Let's just go and fix up marking. All right, so we've done that. I wonder if while we're here, I did call Borriello back into the team. I wonder if we have a look at him. Economides is tied, so maybe we make a change there. And if King's having a bad day, do I have another sub? Maybe we make a change there with Gerge back. So we're coming into the end of the game. And let's see if there is going to be a winner here. Oh, 3rd minute of 5 in stoppage time. Can we snatch this? Hrustic's done brilliantly. Hrustic. Oh, it's cleared away. It is. Oh, dear. Don't do it to us. Don't do it to us. It's Jimenez. It's Jimenez, and he blasts it into the fans. Just maybe take it easy here, boys. Take it easy. We don't want to lose the game. 2-2 away in Mexico. That's not the worst result. And on another day, that could easily have gone our way, I think. Neuenhoff did well on debut, didn't he? That gives us another option. I mean, but I think at this point we're just looking for options if we get injuries. So King, really not completely pleased with that. And we know we have a lot of options in midfield already, but I think Neuenhoff has maybe just added another option to us there. But guys, that will do it for this part. Wait right there. We'll be back to face the US and see if we can go undefeated in North America. Okay, welcome back. We're getting ready to face the US, so let's have a look at the team that we're sending out to start the game. So it's Matty Ryan continuing in goal. I gave Lawrence Thomas a game against somebody, and you saw him come flying out and missed. I just think Matt Ryan is our number one, and there's no point playing anybody else because we might as well give him the game time. We're going to go with Gerge back, Jackson, Sainsbury, and a start for Russell in this one. Now, Jackson will only go for 45 minutes. I will probably bring on the youngster. I may bring Suto, and I haven't decided yet who we're going to bring on at halftime. Moy will play the first half with Hrustic next to him in midfield. It's Boyle, Martin Boyle, looking to nail down a spot as one of the wide players. He has the advantage of potentially being able to play up front as well in an emergency situation. So yeah, we'll see how he gets on. Rogic will continue, and Borriello is going to get a full game. And Juric, we haven't played him as a deep-lying forward. We're going to give him a game and see if that works for him. I mean, he will in all likelihood go to the World Cup because we've just always had him up front, haven't we? So we can see the American side there. There's some good players, isn't there, in that team? So, yeah, it will be difficult. It's a really strange one, the US, isn't it? On paper, they should be a lot better than they are in real life. But what do you want to see? Nothing to lose here. No, we don't need good luck. I expect a win. Let's go with that. A little bit of expectation. Make me proud, boys. Do it for the green and gold. And more importantly, do it for yourselves and a potential place in the World Cup squad. So, yeah, I mean, I do have a list going of sort of planning the squad out. Now, what happened with some of the, or particularly Russell, is a couple of plans got ruined there. I don't think Gethin Jones will be going to the World Cup now. Here we go with Boyle. Boyle has a go, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. If I can, see if I can, without making too much noise, get my list here. So, excuse me looking down to read. I've got my goalkeepers as Matt Ryan, Thomas, and Beer. It's the three that we've always had. I just don't know that we have anybody else really that's going to come in and be any better than them. My defenders, who I think are definitely going, I think I'm going to add Sainsbury to this list. And then we've got Degenak and... Oh, we've just about done enough there. And it's going to be picked up by Hrustic. Now, can we hit them on the break here, I wonder? It's a good ball for Juric. Juric has got a lot to do. If he can keep possession, he'll have done well, actually. Boyle gives it away, though. Silly first touch from him, and that ends the highlight. So I think, yeah, Degenak. Let's go Degenak, Suter, Sainsbury, and one other, which may be Grenwald. It might be Lachlan Jackson. I haven't really decided exactly what we want to do there yet. Borriello! Oh, just couldn't quite keep it down. The fullbacks, Gershbach and King, I think will be our left backs, if all things being equal. And the right backs will be Karasic, and I thought it was going to be Gethin Jones, but I'm thinking now it probably will be Brendan Russell instead, as he almost is responsible for conceding a goal. I think the midfield more or less picks itself. We're looking at Moy, Hrustic, Teague, Duncan, Devlin as the midfielders, and then if the more advanced, the sort of number 10, we'd be looking at Rogic and Volpato. I think wingers I've got nailed on as here we go with Juric. Oh, Denny Juric gives us the lead. What a strike it was as well. And, well, that is very, very nice indeed, isn't it? So I've got Mobile and Economides as the definites. And then I don't think we're going to take Matt Leckie. I feel like when we have played him recently at the end of the qualifying campaign, his form was falling away. And I think also not helping him is the emergence of Stevens, who really does look decent. So I think it's probably Stevens and maybe Boyle, maybe Borriello, maybe somebody else. And then the strikers, we've got Juric and Wakayama as the two options up top. So, oh, that's a red card. Weston McKinney straight through the back of Tommy Rogic. And, well, they're down to 10 men, and rightly so. That was a shocking tackle. I mean, obviously, injuries can put spanners in the works in terms of that. They're a man down, don't let your performance levels drop. So we've got to bear that in mind and have sort of plan Bs and Cs and all those sorts of extra plans. But if I am lucky enough to have a fully fit squad to pick... Oh, I didn't take Moy off. Sorry, Moy. All right, so we will go... Let's go with Neuenhoff again, see how he gets on. I'm going to take Jackson off as well, don't we? Given that we're winning and they're down to 10, let's go with Grenwald, have a look at him. And, yeah. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. All right, let's give them some praise here. But, yeah, I think the core of the squad, anyway, is essentially in place. And there's just one or two sort of wingers. I'm open to a change at striker. Centre-backs... hit encourage, never encourage when you're winning. Centre-backs, you know, we could have somebody emerge, but I don't think anybody now is going to be a little bit too young. Gershbach's picked up an injury, so we'll have to take him off and get King on just to protect him. We don't need silly injuries. It's bouncing around. Oh, and that maybe should have been a goal. Hrustic's on a booking, so let's take you off and get Duncan on. He hasn't played yet this international break. We've got Sainsbury coming forward. Russell. Oh, Russell was... I meant to show you this. Russell's the youngest ever Socceroo now. He's only just 16. I think he was 16 and 24 days or something. So what a player he could be potentially. Duncan now with the corner. Can we wrap it up? Not quite yet. Russell has it. Is he going to go and whack one in? Oh, he just might, you know. That was not far away. He's playing a 7.2, and he's, as I said, barely 16. What a player we could have in our hands here. Neuenhoff to take the corner. It's a decent one. Again, it's away, though. Martin Boyle will pick it up. Russell has now picked up an injury, so let's take him off for Karasic. Neuenhoff with another chance. Back for Sainsbury. Russell, who will be going off shortly. Borriello in space. Oh, it's no, Denny Juric has got another one. It's 2-0 against the 10 men of the US, and I don't really understand how that has come to be there. Good ball from Neuenhoff to find Borriello, who was just left completely... Oh, he's headed the ball in. Well, Juric has just come roaring back into contention to start, hasn't he? He has looked really, really good here, albeit against 10 men. And they're not necessarily playing a striker either, which makes me wonder if we could have pushed somebody a little bit further forward, but it's maybe important to keep our defensive shape. Pulisic is in here. Pulisic is, well, very, very nearly made us have a nervous end to the game here. Karasic, though, comes out, picks out Boyle, back to Karasic. Neuenhoff to Sainsbury, and that will end that particular highlight. And, well, it's been against 10 men for a lot of, well, certainly the second half, but we were looking good before they went down to 10 men. And that's another really, really good result for us coming into this World Cup and against a team that we're going to likely have to play. Actually, there's 48 teams. The chances are we won't play them. You know what I mean? It's a team that's going to be at the World Cup, and that's a home game as well. You know, we've gone away from home and beaten them. So that's all very, very good indeed. And guys, that will do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Let me know what you think of our squad. Yeah, I think we're coming along nicely. We're certainly getting some decent results in the friendlies. We're playing games away from home because that's how we're going to be playing at the World Cup. We're not going to be playing any World Cup games at home, are we? So I figured let's just go on the road and make sure we're not getting a home advantage. And yeah, so far so good, I've got to say, on that front. So I will see you next time. Next episode will be the World Cup draw and hopefully a game. I'll just have to see once everything takes place, you know, where... or, you know, what's happening basically with the fixture list. I think we will have another window to play friendlies in the March, and then it'll be World Cup time. So what we might do, if that is indeed the case, is we'll have the World Cup draw, and then I'll skip forward to the March friendlies, and that will be that, and then we'll be at the World Cup. So that's the plan moving forward. Yeah, so I'll see you for that. Hopefully we get a friendly draw. Take care.